this is Obsessed Reviews. So Porsche has just revealed their brand new Porsche Macan EV, and this is their way of kind of fully assimilating into the electric car culture because, as we know, they've had the Taycan for a few years now, and it's sold very well compared to the Model S and stuff, and it's been a great competitor, and it was obviously a standout option. So now they want to make an SUV so that it can compete with vehicles that sold crazily well, like the Model Y. So in this video, we're going to just talk about it and see if they can actually compete with the Model Y and other electric SUVs like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies. Plug it.
Yeah, bring the swing, come bring the snow. Yeah, bring the rock, come bring the roll. Don't tell me yes, no. I had enough when I say so. Forever young, let the good times roll. Forever young and it don't get old.
Okay, so starting with the exterior styling, I like Porsche's modern take on their vehicles and their styling these days. This has a very coupe design. It is a coupe SUV, I guess, and it has a very low stance, and I think it's a very attractive design. It looks very futuristic, as you can see in the background, and I can see it becoming a controversial design from the rear end, but I think it's something that people can agree is a very good design. And the attention to detail with the design is very much there like any other Porsche, so they definitely did their thing with this. Starting with the front end, to me, it looks like a mix of the Taycan and the regular Macan, which is definitely something to be happy about. And of course, that's something we should have expected since this is just the electric Macan. It's not a separate model. So I really like the front end design. I think it's so simple, but yet futuristic and modern, contemporary, and it just looks really cool. To the side profile, I think that this is one of Porsche's better designs with a side profile, and I really love the way it looks, especially with the off-road design package, which adds some I think some plastic cladding and some new bumpers on the front and the rear, and it just looks really cool. Even though I'm sure this is something you wouldn't want to take off-roading, still, it looks very cool. So the wheel options on the new Macan look very futuristic and modern, like I've said 1,000 times this video. And it's a very modern take on Porsche's wheel designs from the past, as well as some new designs being included. So I think it's just something that Porsche continues to get better and better with, and they couldn't have did better with this, in my opinion. In the rear design is something that I've been seeing a few people not really like, especially because of the rear 3/4 angle, which it's kind of bulbous, and it kind of reminds me of like the Mazda 3 and how everybody argued about that. And it just seems like one of those things where it's like you love it or you hate it. In my humble opinion, I actually like it. I think it looks really cool, but sometimes you can look at it and be like, am I tripping? So you really just have to, if you're looking to buy one of these, make sure that you actually like the design. And the lower diffuser on the vehicle, depending on what trim you get, can look very sporty, but of course it's going to be boring. This isn't a gas vehicle where we have to include exhaust, so it's just flat back there, but I think it complements design. Of course, the rear taillights are signature modern Porsche with a full span LED taillight that can be clear if you want it to be. I think that was one of the options, but yeah, this is a really attractive design by Porsche, and the designers they did a really good job with taking the Macan and electrifying it. Now moving on to the interior, I think that obviously this is an expensive Porsche, so it's luxurious and it's very nice. And I really do think that the new tech definitely complements the vehicle more than like in the regular Macan where they just kind of put it in there. The tech is more made for this vehicle. So So, at the same time, in my opinion, I think Porsche needs to have more individualism when they're with each model for their interiors, because each model is starting to look the exact same on the inside. The Taycan, the Macan, the Cayenne, even the 911, they all look the same. They just completely redesigned the Panamera, and that interior looks the same as all of the other ones, and it's starting to become very repetitive. Like, in my opinion, and I'm sorry to say this, but I think that they need to look at some of what these other companies like Hyundai, for instance, are doing, or Nissan, and y'all gonna get mad at me for saying that, but there's individualism from each model with those brands. So I think that Porsche needs to stop trying to make every vehicle look the same on the inside. That's it. You can get some really interesting colors like this purple that is on the screen behind me. You can get that on the interior to match the exterior. And I think that Porsche has had some really good colors come out recently. And I'm glad that they're kind of venturing outside of the matte gray that everybody has done. We need to stop reinventing that. It's old. Just make some new colors, because this looks really cool and really special. And I'm glad that we can also get that in the interior to bring something special to this vehicle. Okay, so performance in the Macan EV. The Macan EV is obviously a Porsche, and it's obviously an electric vehicle, so we can expect it to have some really good numbers. The 0 to 60 time is 3.1 seconds with launch control, which is very good for any vehicle, especially an SUV. And if I'm correct, I think it might actually be faster than the Model Y, but check me on that. And also, you can charge the vehicle from, I think, 20 to 80% in 21 minutes with DC fast charging, which is very good for an electric vehicle. However, those are with the more advanced chargers, and those aren't always available. As we all know, the fast charging system for vehicles that aren't Teslas are not really good. So you want to have somewhere to charge this at home. And also, but the good news is you will be able to charge the Macan with the Tesla superchargers in 2025. 630 horsepower and 833 pound-feet of torque, which the horsepower number is, I believe, 200 more than in a Model Y. So if you're really looking for something that's going to get you that electric car performance, this might be the one to go for, because I just looked it up, and it is 0.4 seconds faster than a Model Y performance. So this is obviously going to be the sport option for those people that really want that performance. Porsche has also included things like adaptive air suspension and all the things that would make this a sporty vehicle, and they've cooked some of that Porsche DNA into it. So I think this is definitely going to be the option for those people that need that performance. Okay, so Porsche has made a lot of adaptations to their brand to account for the electrification that is coming to the car industry. They've been adding tech from the Taycan into all their vehicles slowly, and they've been bringing out electric vehicles they've been improving on their electric things for a while. So bringing the Macan into the electric segment is definitely a very good choice for them, because say they would have made another electric vehicle, but instead the Panamera, then it wouldn't have sold as well, because people need SUVs. SUVs outsell everything in America, and Porsche knows this because they sell the Cayenne, excuse me, and the Macan the most. So they knew this, and they also knew that they were going to have to really assimilate into electrification at some point, because at some point their brand will have to turn and be fully electric. So that being said, I think this was a really smart choice for Porsche to bring out the Macan at this time, because we've had the Taycan for a while now, and we've all been waiting for another electric vehicle from Porsche. So I also think this will sell amazingly. I just really cannot wait until other brands are able to use electric superchargers from Tesla, because that means that the doors for people to get more electric vehicles that aren't Tesla will open. So yeah, I think Porsche did an amazing job. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. And this is Obsessed Reviews. Bye.